This was my post on X just before the day of the release of DHADAK 2. I was initially skeptical that Bollywood might be tarnished by remaking one of my favorite romantic drama films, Padiyedum Perumal. The trailer for this official Hindi remake raised concerns for me. While the Tamil film felt grounded, I was convinced that the Bollywood adaptation would be too vibrant and ultimately diminish its essence. But oh boy, I was so wrong. And in the end, I'm happy that this movie proved me otherwise. Nilesh, played by Siddhant Chaturvedi, who belongs to a marginalized community, and Vidhi, played by Triptii Dimri, who belongs to an upper caste, developed feelings for each other by being classmates in a law college. And to protect the so-called honor, Vidhi's family orchestrated humiliations and harassments for Nilesh. Will they protect themselves with their love for each other in the end? This forms the basic narrative of Sazia Iqbal's directed romantic drama DHADAK 2, the official remake of 2018 Tamil film Padiyedum Perumal, which hits the big screens. This is Point of View, and I'll be discussing the good, the bad and the verdict in this video so you can make an informed decision about whether this movie deserves your theatre visit or not. The mediocre aspects. The background of the antagonist. This point will be a comparison basically. You just have to listen to me here carefully. In the Tamil film, the killer was established like a statue of death. He had no weak link with him, just a regular old man who will appear in front of you if you are his prey. And he was just doing it for the sake of the honor of the girls and their families. But here in DHADAK 2, there has been an unnecessary integration of the family of Sachin Sachdeva, who's the Tatha of this movie by the way. And that didn't have any necessity in the narrative. He had done a pretty decent job here, but the aura Tatha had in the Tamil film was completely diabolical. When you establish the background of an unhinged individual, you are inherently trying to create a context around that person. You won't feel the same terror in the end as compared to a completely unknown element about which you have almost zero idea. The Bollywood Tarka. Having the songs in the narrative is not an issue, but in the songs where the leads are dancing, which didn't cater to the screenplay in a very realistic narrative, that's a weird decision. When you are maintaining the seriousness of the theme, then it should be treated in a subtle way. The songs were good, and having them in the screenplay would be great, but the choreography for it was unnecessary in my opinion. Now the good. The staging of the scenes. This is the part where I understood that the makers had gotten the same sensitivity as the original. This movie replicates the exact nuances without underlining the statements. Whether it was Siddhant's character whose hesitation to tell everyone his surname, or the crucial thing for a marriage, or on the topic of freedom for the woman in the house. The character said, "हम हमारे लड़कियों को तो allow करते हैं." Although it may seem outrageous, but that was the entire point of this film. Even in the scenes that are unrefined, the creators have successfully preserved the overall tone, the dialogues and background scores. To uplift the visuals, you will feel the intensity of the dialogues as an audience. And again, the makers did not even try to underline the messaging for a minute in here. The subtlety they maintained throughout the duration will help you understand the gravity of the situations thoroughly, and those were amplified with the ongoing background scores, putting the weight in the scenes along with the dialogues beautifully. The performances. This movie was heavily dependent upon the performances of the actors, and I have to say it was a great casting decision. Saad Bilgrami as Ronnie was really good. He maintained that toxic mentality as the embodiment of it. It's great to see Triptii in her zone again. She again delivered a beautiful performance as Vidhi. People should understand that सिर्फ underrated रहने से घर नहीं चलता है. But someone who actually took the spotlight will be Siddhant as Nilesh. As a performer, he delivered the exact tone for his role, and he sticks to that throughout the duration. It was really impressive to see how he portrayed the character of Nilesh. In the moments of his breakdown and fightbacks, he brought a very subtle charm to his character that needed to be praised. People of Padiyerum Perumal can call it a polished representation, but you need to understand that movie was based on a rural background in the late 90s or early 2000s. But Dhadak 2 is completely focused on our recent timelines, so the characters will behave like that and the portrayal of the situations won't be that rough. And I think all this was justified as of the timeline. This was a well-made remake and people should appreciate that. Padiyerum Perumal is still very underrated for the masses, and while the remake has maintained the essence, people should show their love to this movie as they have shown it to Sayyada. And that's the video. So what are your thoughts on this? If you have watched it, please let me know in the comments below. You can follow me on Instagram. The handle is pointofview9. Thank you so much for watching. See you at the point of view.